Tetris 99 is the Tetris Battle Royale game for the Nintendo Switch, and I must say, I'm a big fan of this game, but if I'm being honest, the soundtrack for the game really stresses me out. Now, it's not a bad soundtrack at all, it's just the way that the music speeds up as the remaining players decrease. So yeah, anyway, today I'm going to be taking the Tetris 99 soundtrack and I'm going to be making it a whole lot less stressful. Let's go ahead and get started. So first things first, let's bring in the original game soundtrack. Oh my gosh. That is so intense. So I brought in all three songs here. I don't know if I'm actually going to use any parts from them, but either way, they're going to be the inspiration for the song that I make. And speaking of the song that I make, I really want to keep things similar to the original game soundtrack, but instead of the music getting faster and more stressful, I want to make it get slower and a little bit more relaxed. So yeah, anyway, let's get started. I think I like that track so much. I think I might actually cut out this section here. Yeah, I'm just going to cut this here, and now what I'm going to do is I'm essentially just going to side chain just like that to get that sound right there. Let's just duplicate that over the entire loop. Yeah, that actually works. So I think I'm going to base my song around this here. I think it's a bit fast. Let's try slowing the project down. I might also have to change the pitch at the same time. I'm liking that. Maybe try pitching it down. Yeah! Oh, I'm liking that a lot. A little bit of reverb on. I actually really like how it sounds when it's this slow, and I think I'm just going to jump straight in and start recording some drums on top of this. So I've quickly just put together this really basic drum rack, and let's record in a drum beat. Let's do this. Too easy. Oh god. That was a bad idea. So I'm liking how these drums sound. I'm already starting to get a pretty fair idea of what this beat is going to sound like. I think the next thing to bring in is going to be a piano. And I'm just going to use it to record in a little arpeggio thing. That is going to do. So now I've just put together this really basic bass sound here. Let's go ahead and record in a bass line. That sounds good. So I'm pretty happy with that bass line, but now I think it's time to bring in some chords. That should do. Let's go ahead and record in the chords. That is good. So everything is sounding really good so far, but I think I am missing the main melody sound, so why don't we go ahead and pull in a synthesizer, and then I can just record that in. So instead of going for a synthesizer, I went for this trumpet sample here, which I got off Splice. I think it fits the style of my song pretty well, so let's just go ahead and record in the melody with it. Hell yeah! Switch died. Oh well, that was fun while it lasted. So I'm pretty happy with this section of the song. Now I think it is time to move on to the next section, which is going to be a slower version of the Tetris theme. I don't really know how I'm going to do this. I guess I'm just going to put some tempo automation on the master track, and then I can fill in the gaps later on. Let's just go for 85 should be a big enough jump. Or 84. Now because I'm going to try and make it sound slower and a little bit more calm, I think I might stick to this piano sound here, and I might just record in some chords with it. So let's record in some chords. Ah, that is gonna do. They sound pretty rough, and the piano tone is not sounding very fresh at the moment. Let's just turn down that hardness. That is already sounding a million times better, so now I think it is time to move on to the next instrument. Okay, so that works pretty well. So what I've done is I just brought in this pad sound here, and I just copied over the chords from the piano. And I think they layer together pretty well, so that was easy. Let's move on to something else. So I've just put together the sound here. I've just taken this xylophone sample from Splice, and I've just put some reverb on it and a couple of delays. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to record in the melody on top of these chords. Yeah, that was easy. And I actually think it sounds pretty good, especially with this pad sound. That kind of works. Let's try putting this sidechain thing on it. I actually kind of like that. So I think what I might actually do with the rest of this song is work along the lines of the second fastest song from the Tetris 99 soundtrack. I really like this rhythm of this synth, so what I might actually do is follow it with the sub bass. Yeah, that works. Let's go ahead and record in the bass line. So actually instead I've just gone ahead and drawn in the MIDI for this bass line because it sounded horrible trying to record it because everything was going out of time. But now after doing that, everything is starting to sound pretty fat. It's starting to sound pretty good. So the next thing that I added in is just these really basic drums here. I didn't want them to be too heavy. I just wanted them to sit behind all of the other instruments, and I think they do a pretty good job of doing that. So now I think this is pretty much the last thing that I'm going to add in. So I've just taken this analog synth and I've just put an arpeggiator on it, and then I pulled in the chords from the piano that I recorded in earlier. And I think it sounds pretty cool. I think it works pretty well with the rest of the track. And now that I'm done with that, I think I have pretty much everything that I need to finish off this beat. As usual, I've gone ahead and added on all of the finishing touches off camera, and here is the finished remix. Enjoy! So there we go, that is what it would be like if the Tetris 99 soundtrack wasn't so stressful. Make sure to go ahead and let me know what you thought of this beat down in the comments, and I will see all of you in a couple of days for my next upload. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.